Hello everyone. Today I'd like to introduce something that is very common in South Korea after giving birth, a postpartum care center. A postpartum care center is a facility where new mothers stay after giving birth to recover physically and learn how to care for their newborns before returning home. Outside of breastfeeding times, the staff take care of the babies, provide meals for the mothers, and offer services such as massages, yoga classes, stretching sessions, and parenting education programs. In Korea, the typical postpartum process looks like this: giving birth, staying at a postpartum care center for 1 to 2 weeks, going home. This is a very common experience for many Korean mothers. Most people reserve a postpartum care center about 3 to 6 months before their due date. I made my reservation around 4 months before giving birth, but I heard that the most popular centers can be fully booked much earlier. Some postpartum care centers publish their prices on their websites, while others only provide pricing during an in-person consultation. Most parents first narrow their options down to about 2 or 3 centers and schedule visits. During the visit, they tour the facilities and rooms, learn about the services, programs, and pricing, and then choose the center that best meets their needs before making a reservation. The cost varies greatly. Among the 507 postpartum care centers across South Korea, the average cost for a standard room is 2.28 million won. Prices range from a low of 550,000 won to a high of 30 million won. For premium rooms, the average cost is 2.92 million won, with prices ranging from 719,000 won to as much as 26 million won. The center I stay at costs around 3.8 million won for 2 weeks, which is considered relatively affordable. The center I stayed at had around 10 rooms for mothers. 4 of them were larger premium rooms, while the remaining 6 were standard rooms. In the center of the facility was the nursery. The babies stayed there, and staff members were available 24 hours a day to care for them. Parents could watch their babies through CCTV cameras, and there were also large glass windows so you could see them whenever you walked by. The facility also included a self-massage and heat therapy area, professional massage rooms, a kitchen, a laundry room, the director's office. Whenever mothers wanted to leave the building, they had to notify the director's office first. I assume this was mainly for safety reasons. Each mother's room included a bed for the mother, a bassinet for the baby, a massage chair, a television, a breast pump, nursing pillows, a donut cushion, a desk, a private bathroom. The bathroom included a bidet and a seat bath, which was especially helpful during recovery after a vaginal delivery. There were designated rooming-in periods when mothers could spend time with their babies. During these times, the nursery was clean, so mothers would bring their babies to their rooms and spend time together. However, if you wanted to see your baby at any other time, you could simply call the nursery and ask for your baby to be brought to your room. Meals were provided 3 times a day, along with 3 snacks time. The presentation looked good, but honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of the taste. Toward the end of my stay, I found myself eating snacks and food from outside more often than the meals provided by the center. Bathing massages were included in the package, but they were fairly simple and focused mainly on relieving breast discomfort and helping recovery. After the complimentary sessions, staff would introduce additional paid massage packages. I chose a package that cost around 1.5 million won and received 6 sessions over 2 weeks. The most expensive package available was over 3 million won. The massages felt wonderful at the time, but looking back, I do think they were quite expensive. During rooming-in time, I breastfed my baby directly. At other times, I pumped breast milk and stored it in the designated refrigerator. The staff would then feed my baby using the stored milk. The center also washed and sterilized the bottles, which made things much easier. Because breast milk leaks frequently after giving birth, my clothes often became wet. Thankfully, the center provided maternity clothing and laundry service, so I never had to worry about washing clothes myself. Before COVID, family visits were generally allowed. However, after the pandemic, many centers changed their policies and only allowed husbands to enter. In our case, our parents lived far away, so only my husband visited during my stay. In weekdays, the center offered programs such as yoga, stretching, and newborn care classes. Many of these classes were sponsored by baby product companies. After the sessions, parents could purchase baby products at discounted prices. I ended up buying baby detergent and fabric softener through one of these programs. The nursery staff were incredibly kind and helpful. They taught us how to hold a baby, feed a baby, bathe the baby, and many other essential parenting skills. As a first-time mom, I found their guidance extremely valuable. So for the first few days, I absolutely loved staying there. Meals were provided, my baby was careful, and I could rest and receive massages while recovering from childbirth. One thing I especially appreciated was having unlimited access to the sick bath. After a vaginal delivery, the perineal area can be quite painful for several days, so this was very helpful. Having professionals care for my baby also allowed me to rest and finish purchasing any baby items I hadn't prepared before delivery. However, after 4 or 5 days, I started missing home. Living in the facility wasn't very convenient, and I couldn't freely order or eat whatever I wanted. Eventually, I began to feel a bit confined. A friend of mine actually left early even though she already paid for full 2 weeks stay because she felt too restricted. If I have a second child in the future, I probably wouldn't stay at a postpartum care center again. Instead, I would hire a postpartum helper to come to my home and help me recover there. Considering the cost, it would be a better option for me personally. So that was my experience staying at a Korean postpartum care center. In my next video, I will talk about the next day after leaving the care center. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.